Welcome back to the Habit-Based Lifestyle Podcast. I'm your host, Jesse Ewell, and today we're going to be talking about the habit of being where you are. So the other day, I was listening to either something on social media, Facebook or Instagram. I don't remember exactly where it was, but as I was listening to this message that someone else was leaving, I wanted to share what I heard, and it may not be exactly what this person said, but it was what I heard. See, our time is limited. We don't know how much time we really have on this planet Earth. Now think about this. By the time you may get married, you have kids, and you really begin to appreciate time. And the reason I say you get married and have kids is I think those two things in combination really get you to a place where you understand time. As your kids begin to get older, it's a reminder that you're getting older. As you begin to count the anniversaries you have, it's a reminder. And when you don't have those things, you can have birthdays and things like that, but you just, you may not feel like you're getting older, but having kids, having anniversaries, these things no longer make us feel like we're going to live forever, ever. And probably around the time I think I really began to start understanding this was somewhere around 36, 37 years old. And I really started to realize that. And I don't know if I've ever heard someone begin to count down or to really look at life as, hey, the average person today lives until they're 78 years old. That means that as I begin to count down Christmas, birthdays, anniversaries, or other things, if I'm 40 years old or me being 41, that means that I may only have 37 Christmases, birthdays, anniversaries, or other things left. Now think about that for a minute. No matter where you are in your life, whether you're 40, 50, 60, 70, you may only have, 38, 28, 18 anniversaries, birthdays, or other things left. But here's the thing today that I want you to understand more than ever. More people more than ever want to be connected. Yet we are all distracted in our own separate ways like more than ever before. And there's this thing that we like to hold on to every single day that we put in our hand. It's one of the first things that we look at every single morning. It's one of the last things that we look at every single day. And it's actually getting in the way of this thing that we want. It's getting in the way of connection. Now, people will say things like, hey, I'm just connecting on Facebook or I'm connecting on social media. The reality of it is, it's not the connection that we actually want. It's the attention, and it serves us to a certain place, but it's getting in the way of connecting with the people that are right in front of us. It's getting in the way of connecting in our marriage, with our spouse. It's getting in the way of connecting with our kids, even with family. See, how often are you on your phone while your kids are sitting there saying, Dad, Mom, let's play, let's do this game, let's, do this thing? How often are you on your phone on date nights? It's cool to be on your phone on date nights and post pictures, but at the same time, if you're posting pictures and you're not connecting on date night, then what the hell's the point of going on date night? I can't tell you how many times we go to restaurants and we see other couples connected to their phones versus being connected to each other and actually talking to each other. I can't tell you how many times we go on dates with our families and the kids are looking at their phones the entire dinner. Even my family, we do this. Even on my dates with my wife, we end up doing this. But it's getting in the way of being in the present moment. And then there's getting distracted at work. Maybe a client is trying to communicate with you to be on the phone. And here you are looking at something else on your phone. So many people are getting distracted at work that they go to work for 8 to 10 hours and they do literally 30 minutes of work and they get nothing done every single day. But as I continued to listen to this the other day, I heard a quote that it really impacted me, and it was this: be where you are. Be in the place you are. Think about this. Be where you are. Being in a place where you are. Being exactly where you are. Being present. Not doing present, but being present. That means get rid of your phone. That means don't be distracted by social media. That means being present, being in the moment. Because at the end of the day, this is all we have. And I'm just like you. I struggle with this exact same thing. There's days where I may end up spending 6 hours on my phone, and I'm like, man, I just spent 25% of my time on my phone. And not only that, but being on your phone or being inside of social media, you actually begin to get more distracted. You begin to pay less attention. You begin to kind of have this monkey mind, monkey brain. And here's the thing, like every single day, I'm on social media, I'm working on my business, I'm trying to grow my social media, but at the same time, as much as I'm doing that, I'm also getting distracted by it. So I have to limit my amount of time, my amount of energy I'm actually putting on it. And then I'm working on connecting with my wife and kids once I get home. And if I don't take responsibility, put my phone up, set it aside for a few hours, it will easily consume my time and I will get sucked into it. Here's the other thing, is your kids are watching you do this. So at times I get frustrated over my son being on his phone or my wife being on her phone, but it's like, well, what is the example that I'm setting? What is the example that they're seeing? Because at the end of the day, they're only copying what they see me doing, what they're learning. So if you're listening to this, you are probably one of those people who are working on constantly improving in your life. But at the end of the day, if I can't be where I am, if I can't be present, I can't do any of those things. You see, being where you are, being where your feet are, simply means that you are in this moment. You are in this present moment. And if you think about throughout your day, how often are you really truly present? How often are you getting distracted? Well, here's one way to do it is you can actually begin to track this on your phone. You can see how many times you pick up your phone per hour. You can see how many times you pick up your phone per day. You can see how much time and energy you're actually putting on your phone. And here's what else I know. Because many of the entrepreneurs I work with, this is one of the first things that we begin to do is assess our phone use. Because our phone use leads to abuse. And the abuse is no longer being present and being where we are. The abuse is being a distraction to what we actually want to create. So my goal every single day is to be on my phone for less than 3 hours and 30 minutes. Listen, I realize this is a place where I not only do business, but have several of my clients inside of apps that are accessed through my phone, but I'm also on social media. And so I really look at how much time I'm spending on it to how much time I'm investing in it. Then there's a big difference. When I'm spending time on social media, I'm just scrolling, looking what's happening. If I'm investing, that means I'm on there for a specific reason, and it's about interacting and communicating and connecting with other people. So, where in your life Do you need to start practicing being present, being where you are, being where your feet are in the moment? And maybe it is social media. Maybe it is on your phone. Setting it aside when you come home so you can be present with your wife and kids. Maybe it's not messing with it before you go to bed. Or maybe it's not getting on it for the first hour of the day and getting distracted in that, because that's one of the simplest ways that we can begin to do this. And so I want to give you kind of a map or guideline. Number one, limit how much time you truly want to spend on your phone. The time you spend on it, make sure that it's work focused towards you getting something that you want. Make sure it's about investing instead of about spending. The other side of this is set your phone aside when you get home for the first 90 minutes to 2 hours. Even if you do the majority of your business on your phone, set it aside for the first 2 hours when you get home. Number 3, don't look at your phone for 30 minutes before you go to bed. And then number 4, don't pick up your phone for the first hour of the day, so that way you can be fully present in the moment. I want to thank you guys for being on here today. If you are looking to connect further with a group of like-minded people, join myself and so many others in the Habit-Based Lifestyle Secrets group on Facebook, where we will be dropping daily habits to help you live to your full potential. Maybe you want to be one of our next case studies and begin living this habit-based lifestyle. Maybe you have questions, comments, or requests. Feel free to reach out to me, Jesse at habitbasedlifestyle.com. Until next episode, have a great day.